When water-powered car inventor Stanley Meyer sat down to lunch, he never expected the unwelcome surprise of death. But just like pregnancy or the IRS tax man, death doesn't care about your life plans. It was the third Friday in March, the year was 1998. John Travolta was on the cover of Time magazine, made up to look like Bill Clinton. The Big Lebowski and Wild Things were playing at the multiplex. Will Smith's track Gettin' Jiggy Wit It was the #1 song in America. Which makes it very possible that Will Smith's radio-friendly voice was in the air, perhaps leaking out of the open car windows of a passing sedan, when water-powered car inventor Stanley Meyer exploded from the restaurant. Meyer was dining with his 2 Belgian investors and his brother. Just after enjoying a swallow of cranberry juice, he was seized by the grip of panic. He stood up and fled the table. His brother chased him into the parking lot, where he found him on the ground. Stanley Meyer's life was reduced to dying words. With his last breath, Meyer accused the Belgian investors of assassinating him. "They poisoned me." And then, the water-powered car inventor died. The coroner for Franklin County performed an autopsy. The police from Grove City opened an investigation. Once they were done, the state of Ohio ruled that Stanley Meyer was dead from natural causes. The coroner determined the pioneering inventor suffered from high blood pressure. The cause of death, a cerebral aneurysm. Many die-hard supporters of the water-powered car inventor believe his dying words to be gospel truth. To them, clearly, Stanley Meyer was murdered. But why? Was it to suppress the spread of his alternative technologies? It should be pointed out, there is no known poison that can be used to induce a cerebral aneurysm. But if one already has a developing aneurysm, a blood-thinning agent like warfarin, aka rat poison, can cause a pre-existing aneurysm to bleed out and become fatal. Of course, these sorts of speculations of assassinations and suppression of world-changing technologies by powerful elite figures are built on the shaky sands of what if, and this same question is a constant problem for water-powered cars and their controversial inventors. What if? A water-powered car doesn't burn water. That's ridiculous. It also doesn't run on steam. The name is a misnomer. The water-powered car's wheel focus on derive their locomotion from electrically splitting water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen gases. The resulting hydrogen gas is burned. Studies published in scientific journals have shown an H2 gasoline mix increases fuel efficiency in a conventional internal combustion engine. The more surprising part is that you can also burn ionized hydrogen gas such as H2 in the cylinders of your car, directly. All by itself. You can explode hydrogen the same as gasoline. Water-powered car guys call this ionized hydrogen gas, HHO, or orthohydroxy. What exactly is orthohydroxy? It's a molecule of 2 bonded ionized atoms of hydrogen. Hydrogen gas split from a water molecule can be processed with pulsed electricity, which ionizes it. One can continue to ionize the hydrogen gas until you create an enriched version called deuterium. If you keep going, you can create tritium, which is a radioactive hydrogen gas. Now you see why water-powered car inventors are ruled suspicious by the feds. In today's fearful climate, you don't want to be making radioactive gases in your garage. They have labels for people who do that. But any water-powered car inventor will tell you, they don't need to create radioactive hydrogen gas to power their cars. They just want to split water. Basic chemistry. You may be surprised, or skeptical, to learn you can pump hydrogen gas into your Ford's engine and it'll work just the same as regular unleaded gasoline. Ready for the weirder part? The engine exhaust is water vapor. I've seen it with my own eyes. A torch fueled with ortho-hydroxy gas has a flame that burns hot enough to cut through a steel plate like a lightsaber, but when that same flame cools on contact, unburned hydrogen recombines with oxygen in the atmosphere and turns into water vapor. It's crazy to see a flame lick the air and then, like magic, become water droplets. Fire isn't supposed to turn into water. This may be a water-powered car's biggest selling point, it's super clean tech. The biggest drawback for water-powered cars is equally simple, there's no such thing as free energy. You need an electrical current to split water into hydrogen and oxygen gases. Where do you get that? If you use a battery, any environmentalist worth their vegan bacon will tell you, battery technology is not clean. This is the biggest problem for electric cars being hailed as environmental saviors. Battery production is a very dirty industry. If you use renewable resources like wind and solar to power the batteries used to split the water, that's about as clean as it gets. But think about it, that's really not much different from electric cars. So, then why do we need water-powered cars? Plus, isn't it a bad idea to turn water into the new oil? The case for a water-powered car is about power, both electrical and socio-political. Devotees of Nikola Tesla think our physics books need to be rewritten. Modern accepted science and Tesla parted ways after Einstein's theory of relativity reshaped how we imagine the universe that surrounds and exists inside of us. Gone was Tesla's idea of an ether of energy. Tesla described electricity as a feature of a pervasive field of energy, all part of a vibrating universe, that manifested as a coordinated dance of frequencies. To Tesla, the universe and everything in it could be understood as vibrations. In the post-Einstein world, Tesla's alternative theory of energy is now considered scientific heresy. Only the true believers still hold their faith in Tesla's view of the universe. However, following his methods, these garage tinkerers and shade tree physicists seem to work electrical miracles. And they claim this is the real reason why the government won't let them build water-powered cars. It's all part of a century-long fight that goes back to Tesla and his former boss, Thomas Edison. Genius versus industry. And now, a century later, these true believers and electrical outlaws argue that rather than follow the lead of the electric car company named for their hero, we need to make everyone understand how a water-powered car works, and redesign our modern industry according to Tesla's alternative theory of energy. Imagine everything you know about electricity is wrong. Now ask yourself, why would anyone want to suppress this truth? Who benefits?